Hi, my name is Jennifer Klein, and this is Art Integration in Action. In this video, I will be talking about integrating art into a 5th grade language arts lesson. Even though this lesson is based on Common Core standards for 5th grade in the state of California, it can be adapted to meet the learning and developmental needs of students in many grades. In this lesson, I integrate visual arts into a language arts lesson about character development to promote critical thinking, engagement, equity, creativity, and differentiation. The characters in The Wild Robot are an adorable mix of forest creatures and a robot who find themselves in an adventure that leads them to an unbreakable bond they come to know as family. The language arts standard for this lesson focuses on character development, and the art standards focus on using multiple art techniques and approaches and demonstrating care for artistic materials. For this lesson, each student will need a copy of the book The Wild Robot by Peter Brown, a copy of the character traits worksheet I created, colored pencils, white drawing paper, or one of the pre-designed characters from The Wild Robot I provide. The time allotted for this lesson should be about 90 instructional minutes. The lesson can be broken up into multiple days as needed. This lesson begins after the students have completed the reading of The Wild Robot by Peter Brown. The lesson begins with the students watching a video that highlights the personality traits of characters in a story. I chose to show the trailer for Disney Pixar's Inside Out. The link for this trailer is in the comments section of this video. Next, the teacher will provide the definition of internal and external character traits in a story. Then students will help the teacher write examples of character traits on the board or other shared visual device. Then the students will complete the task of identifying character traits of one character from The Wild Robot. Each student can choose the character they want to define. They will define at least 5 traits of that character and provide evidence from the text to support their answers. The organizer I created will guide students in this task. After students have completed their organizer, defining at least 5 character traits of one of the main characters in The Wild Robot, the students will create a visual representation of their character, including its traits. The teacher will provide a sketch of each of the main characters for students to use, trace, or students can choose to sketch their own characters. Following the lesson, I review the charts and visual representations of characters from students for accuracy. As you can see from the students' art demonstrated on these slides, individuality and creativity was demonstrated by all. Demonstrating critical thinking and engagement, my students were incredibly excited to delve into defining character traits, knowing they would be able to create an artistic representation of their characters with the information they deciphered. Equity and differentiation in learning was apparent as some students easily created representations of many character traits, while other students, including English learners, were able to produce an artistic representation of their character with even a few character traits. I recently used a similar lesson with my 6th grade language arts class. The standards for these students included understanding how characters develop and change throughout a story in language arts, and the art standard was focused on creating a work of media art, as the students used an iPad application to create a visual representation of character development. Instead of providing the option of using drawings of characters I created, I required my 6th grade students to create a visual representation of any one of the main characters as they were described in the text One Crazy Summer by Rita Williams Garcia. You can see 2 examples of student work here. I was able to assess student understanding of these characters by observing the physical characteristics in the illustrations matched the physical characteristics of the characters as described by Williams Garcia, and the internal character traits in the words surrounding the drawings. Differentiation is evident in these examples as one of the illustrations was created by a student who is an English learner. I especially love that this student created a t-shirt using the characters native language, which is the same as the students. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about art integration, subscribe to my YouTube channel, where you can easily enjoy videos providing information about art integrated lessons, including how art integration meets core curriculum and art standards in lessons.